Hey, what's up to everybody out there on YouTube on this lovely Saturday evening? I hope all of you are doing well out there and remaining safe. And as always, welcome to Super Hubby Review. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to drop by my channel. It is much appreciated. And also, lastly, to show your appreciation for my content, you now have the option to leave a super thanks in the comment section if you like. Feel free to do that if you like. And with that being said, let's get into it. And today I am going to be reviewing this cutting edge T-blade trimmer. I'm really excited about this review. Shout out to Cutting Edge for having this product on the shelf, and shout out to Walmart. Yes, Wally World for having this available. The cost price is, excuse me, the cost price is $19.99, about $20, maybe $21 or so after taxes, pending upon where you purchase this from. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at it and inspect these T-trimmers here. I'll show you the design of it and a lot of the features, and then I'll share my review as far as the performance and how things went for me after using this, and then we'll talk about some of the key consumer selling points on the package. All right, so let's take a look at this. I've seen this in Walmart for quite a bit, and what really stood out to me is the design. It really stands out. That gold finish there really gives it a smooth, slick look. And I am really a T-trimmer fan. I've used a few of these, and they're starting to grow on me up there. It definitely takes care of my hair needs, my hair care needs. And I must say that I was very impressed so far. Nice little design here of what we would expect a T-trimmer to look like. You see that? I like that little scissors and comb logo there. I get really giddy about things like that. Nice handle, nice grip, very easy to use. I love that part there, the little guard here. It definitely prevents a lot of, as you're using this, it prevents this part here, prevents a lot of hair and debris from getting all, clogged up and clunked up on certain parts of this trimmer. I like that. This part here is really embedded on here very, very tightly. And I like that. Good job by T-trimmer there. Good job by Cutting Edge there. To think of doing something like that. The blades are very, very sharp, and gives you the opportunity to really sharpen and define certain aspects of your hair or your beard. This part here is your power button. You press that little clear button there, and that green light comes on there. Now that green light is indication that the battery is good and strong. I love that. And this part here is where your charger cord goes in and things like that. All right, so let's take a look at some other things that this T-trimmer comes with. It's going to come with a charger cord here that you can use. All right. It doesn't come with the plug, so make sure that you have a plug available, but at least you get the charger cord. Not too bad for $19. I would consider this to be a low risk purchase investment. Comes with a little small hairbrush here, and you get 4 of these guards. All right. Different guard lengths to take care of the different types of hair care needs that you're looking for. All right, and it's going to come with a user guide. Some very important information in this user guide if you choose to read that. So let's focus on the performance of it. These cut exceptionally well. It definitely got the job done for me. I've used a couple of tea trimmers before, and I've come to the realization that all tea trimmers do not operate the same. Although they look similar, the ones I've used, they operate slightly differently, and I'll talk about that deeper into the review here. Battery life, I was very impressed with the battery life. There's a couple of times out the month that I take care of my hair, and I take care of my my facial hair and things like that. And I was very pleased with the battery life. It takes probably a few hours to get it charged. I do like that it has an indicator as you're charging it. It's if the battery gets low, this part here, instead of being green, is going to be a red, and you will know that it's fully charged once it turns green. So I love that battery charger indicator that it gives you. I like how smooth it sounds. Let's just listen to it for a moment. I love that. Sounds very, very smooth there. And it normally takes me about maybe an hour or so to take care of my hair care needs. And the battery lasted for quite a bit there, and it still gave me full strength. Now, I will say this, as far as the only subtle complaint I have is that I wish that the motor was a little bit more powerful. It definitely gets the job done now. It definitely took care of my hair care needs, but compared to the other T-blade trimmer I used in the past, I've noticed that motor was a little bit more stronger. It had a little bit more intensity on the motor, particularly as you're trying to trim or fade thicker patches of hair. It sort of struggled just a little bit there. It's very subtle, but I noticed that. But for $19, I mean, it still gets the job done. I would recommend this for someone that's just trying to get, do some basic casual hair care. This would definitely get the job done. It definitely gave me a smooth trim, and it gave me a smooth cut all around. Now, I know this type of T-blade trimmers are mostly used for sculpting and things like that, and detail sculpting. But I did use this on my hair. I did cut my hair with these after I used the clippers and got my hair down exceptionally low. I came behind it with this T-blade trimmer to get my hair a little bit even lower, to where my hair almost looks bald. That's how I wear my hair. That fits my appearance. It fits my look, and it works well for me. So I did do it. The blades are sharp, but it isn't sharp enough to where if you use it responsibly, it's not going to cut you if you use it responsibly. But it definitely got the job done for me. For those of you who are like myself, you love looking your best at all times. You love having a very smooth, sharp appearance, because I feel like when you look good, you feel good. When you look your best, you feel your best. So that's always been my motto there. So yeah, this is definitely a pretty good investment, a pretty good purchase to have a part of your hair care arsenal if you're looking for something that doesn't cost a whole lot and still gets the job done. Okay, so let's move forward here in this review. Let's talk about some of the advertising on the box. Because in many cases, there's something that will be said or mentioned on the package that would perhaps persuade the consumer to go out and get these. Okay, so it is advertised as it has a lithium battery. Now that's going to stand out to a consumer there. to have a very strong rechargeable battery that can get the job done. It is also advertised as hyperallergenic, reduces skin irritation. That's going to stand out to the consumer, knowing that as you're using this, you're not going to have to worry about a lot of skin irritation if you're using this T-blade trimmer properly. Rechargeable, that's going to stand out to a consumer as well, using a USB charging cable. Very, very user-friendly option there. It is also advertised here as titanium gold blades. All right, so you're definitely going to have the type of blades, titanium blades quality that can get the job done for you. And this little part here that shows what, if you have experience in hair care, you see this picture here, you see how defined that person's hair looks really smooth, very, very clean cut and very polished. This is what these T-trimmers can do if you have experience using these, experience in sculpting and things like that. It does very, very well. So I thought that was really good advertising there by Cutting Edge to put that on that package, letting the consumer know that, hey, they could do their hair like that as well if they have some experience in using a T-blade trimmer. All right, so let's take a look at some other selling points here. It is also advertised as hanging T-blade, detail, outline, and fade with precision in any style direction. 4 guide combs for the perfect length. Rechargeable, 2.5 hours of charging time, provides about 180 minutes shaving time. Now let's pause there for a moment. That's really going to stand out to the consumer, because sometimes, when you're taking care of your hair care needs, sometimes it can be very lengthy. If you're like me, you want to make sure that you're taking care of your hair at a very high level, that your hair looks very smooth, very polished, very defined. And sometimes it can take people a couple of hours to get the look that they want as they're taking care of their hair care needs with a T-blade trimmer. So that battery life being long and lengthy like that, that's going to stand out to some consumers there. All right, ergonomic design, small body design, and curved handle for a comfortable grip. Now, I will say that I do love that design, and it's very user friendly, and those ridges on the trimmer here definitely gives it a very gives us a nice grip there. So pretty good T trimmer here by Cutting Edge. This is my first time purchasing a product from this particular brand here, and I must say that I was very impressed with it. Not too bad for $19. All right, so that's pretty much my review. I believe I've covered all of the key consumer tips. We've discussed all of the features and things that it has to offer, and I'm very pleased with this review. So hopefully, I said something helpful or informative or said or mentioned as it relates to purchasing a T-blade trimmer. So for those of you wondering, should you go out and get it? Is it worth it? Yes, I would say that for $19.99, these T-blade trimmers are worth it. For me personally, I just wish it had a little bit more power on the motor compared to other brands I have used. However, these T-blade trimmers definitely is worth it, and it gets the job done. And because it's $19.99, I would consider this to be a low risk purchase. So yeah, go out and give these a try. And not only is it important for me to share my thoughts, I'm also curious to know what are your thoughts. For those of you who purchased this Cutting Edge T-blade trimmer, feel free to leave a comment below if you like. Let me know what you liked about these trimmers, what didn't you like, and in my free moments, I would definitely read some of your contents, and in some cases, I will reply and get back to you and share my thoughts as well. All right. Also, again, thank you for dropping by Super Hubby Review. Also, a special thanks to those who subscribe to my channel. I've been doing this for a few years, and I thank you so much for all of the support that many of you have given me over the years. I've been dedicated to this consumer channel. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and I'm glad to see this channel grow to the point to where it is now. And also, if you have not yet, I also thank you in advance for subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell, and also liking this content in its entirety. And also to show your appreciation for my content, feel free to leave a super thanks in the comment section if you like. I really do appreciate that. And I'm just your friendly neighborhood consumer, and I love making honest review-based content in my free moments. And lastly, always remember that God loves you very much. Repent of any sins in your life. Accept Jesus into your heart. Keep that faith. Never give up. That's love, live, laugh, and let's keep each other safe out there. And lastly, never underestimate the power of the consumer review. Super Hubby Review, signing off. Bye.